Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchuk, and we are here at the Baierl Ice Complex in Warrendale, Pennsylvania, inside the Galaxy Rink for another edition of PIHL Hockey Night Live on the new PIHL network, part of 10 Band TV, presented by the Massage Envy in Settlers Ridge. And just like hockey players have routines, hockey broadcasters have routines. We all prepare for broadcasts in our own unique ways, and I have to admit I prepared uniquely for this one, knowing that it was no ordinary broadcast, because tonight, when the final whistle blows, the story will not be the nuts and bolts of the particular game that we're about to bring to you, but the story will be the celebration of the life of Luke Cooper, a life that was taken from us far too soon. And tonight, we join with the Moon Area Hockey Association as they get set to take on the Richland Rams in their 2023-2024 PIHL Class A regular season opener in Living Like Luke and celebrating the memory of number 67, Luke Cooper, who was killed tragically in an auto accident back on March 22nd of 2023.
Hello, we'd like to welcome everybody to Hockey Opening Night and the jersey retirement ceremony to honor Luke Cooper. We'd like to start by honoring with a moment of silence, so if everybody could please stand and join in. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may now be seated. So, my name is Michael Durkin. I am one of the varsity assistant coaches, and I am one of the coaches who got the opportunity to coach Luke. I was one of his first ever coaches, so I was able to watch him grow up. And I was with him from the very first game, which he scored in, may I add, all the way to the last. Luke always gave me everything, and I was so grateful for that. He'd listen to every word I'd say and do everything I wanted him whenever it came to on-ice performance. And in one of the games, he scored a hat trick, and I asked him after the game, I was like, what did you do before this game? He told me he ate 2 sloppy joes and took a nap. So I told him he had to do that before every single game from this point going forward. And after talking to his mom, I found out that he continued this tradition for years and made her make him sloppy joes before every single game. After that, after the last couple of years, I wasn't no longer his coach. He moved on to JV and varsity, and I stayed with middle school. And I did train him outside of everything. I have videos of everybody that trains with me, but with Luke, it was never just one video. It was always 2 or 3, because he was a perfectionist and didn't like how his hair looked or how he looked walking away from the rack with the bar on his back. Just little things like that. There was also, we did some off-ice stuff at Moon High School where we had the sand pit, and he was really into the triple jump. And he always tried to get me to the triple jump against him. I know nothing about the triple jump. I know literally nothing, and I am too competitive to let him know that he would beat me in anything. So I always gave excuses on why we couldn't do it today, whether it was the weather, or I didn't have the right shoes, or I just ate, or whatever I can think of. And there was one time where we made a bet, and I don't remember what the bet exactly was. But what I do know is if I won the bet, he had to do what's called a tiger trail. And it's a half-mile run around our stadium with bleachers involved. It's brutal. And if he won, I had to do the triple jump. I won the bet, and he did the tiger trail without question. He went right outside, hopped on those bleachers in the rain, and did the tiger trail. Meanwhile, if roles were reversed, I would have weaseled my way out of that so hard. It's not even funny. But as the years went on, Luke always asked me to help out with middle school. And I always let him. He would come out, push some pucks for me, help shoot on the goalies. And as time went on, he actually expressed some interest in coaching. And towards the last season, he actually asked if he would be allowed to coach, which I had to get approval from. And a week before the accident, I actually got approval for him to be my assistant coach, and I unfortunately never got the chance to tell him. And in all honesty, I probably would have told him that night. It crushes me that he's not going to be able to help me out and be on that bench with me and help the next generation. But what does give me a little bit of peace is now knowing that he is going to be in here every game, every practice, every stick time, any reason we have to come to this rink. he's going to be. And that gives me a little bit of peace. I love you, buddy, and I promise we will not forget you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kyle Wilson. I'm a graduate of the class of 2022, just a year above my friend and teammate, Luke. There is so much I could say about Luke. Luke seriously was a great teammate, on and off the ice. Well, sometimes. Luke's goofy attitude is what made playing the game fun and enjoyable. So as a tip to upcoming hockey players, don't take it too seriously and just have fun. Try to make the most out of these 4 years. Now, I'm not saying that there are not times to be serious, like listening to coaches and referees like Luke. Well, we won't talk about that. Another thing that I saw in Luke was his ability to fight. Take that how you want to. The point I'm trying to push is that he always hustled and tried his very hardest every game. His passion and love for the sport really showed. Now, the past few months have been rough for me, as I'm sure for all of us. I find myself at this point missing the small things we did together, like late night trips to Sheets and going to play roller hockey. We were mostly on a tight budget with him, so that's where most of our trips would take us, but at this point I find myself missing those the most. One of the last memories that I had with Luke was at a stick time, and they had signs up on the doors saying that it was cool, but the rule breaker that I am, I went in anyways. And they said they had one more spot. Luke and I ended up playing a tournament against some kids. I'm not going to say their age, but let's just call them college C1 athletes. And not to toot my own horn, but we won. As I wrap up here, I just wanted to thank Luke for being one of the best friends and teammates I could have asked for. When I was around you, I felt like I could truly be myself. Nothing will ever fill the emptiness that I feel without you. Thank you, Luke.
If we can now have everybody stand once again. Can we please unveil the banner? Thank you, everyone. Play some hockey.
And that concludes the jersey retirement ceremony for the late Luke Cooper, who played all 4 years of high school with the varsity team at Moon Area High School, 49 total PIHL games in which he appeared, and also played for the Arctic Foxes travel team. The program has raised money for the Luke Cooper Memorial Scholarship Fund in the offseason. Luke survived by his mother Joyce, his father Mike, his brother Clayton, half-brother Cole, and step-siblings Robbie and Cadence. In a moment, we'll have warm-ups and puck drop here on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10 Band TV, presented by the Massage Envy in Settlers Ridge.